this was kind of an inside deal for us and me. Rick played for Trey Lamar, 3-year starter quarterback. Trey's dad was his high school coach at Calhoun High School and had glowing things to say about him. Trey and Adam Urbano are teammates, or not teammates, but they're at the same high school, who are our starting quarterback and tailback, and had great things to say about him. And then we have Tyler Wolf, who played with him at the University of Tennessee, showing you how young my coaching staff is, I guess, but is now on the staff here as our special teams coordinator, and he played with him. And so they all had nice things to say. We brought him down with his family and close friends on, Rick, what was it, Sunday? Sunday. And he handled himself with me first class, and I think he's very sincere in his thoughts, and so we felt good about doing this. And, it fits us also on the football field in a way that we had the Player of the Year play his position last year, and Tim Benford, who's still with the Cowboys today, and we've got 4 freshmen playing Thursday night at receiver, and we need some older guys and a playmaker still at X till these young ones grow up, and so it fit us that way too. And I think it's a little harder on Rick than you would think. We did this with Bud Golden, who transferred from Illinois last year. He was a running back for us, and when you come in this late and he at least knows 2 people. He doesn't know me very well. And he has to come in and learn a system, try to learn to play. I mean, if we can get him all the compliance done and throw him out there even a few plays Thursday night, that's hard. That's not easy to do. So I think we got to have some patience with him, and I think our players have introduced him to the team. I think the players have embraced him, made him feel like he's family already, and hopefully all of that will help, because he's here brand new, had a tough thing happen to him. I'm sure he'll talk to you about that, and that's a young man of this age, and have something like that happen, that's not easy. So he's dealing with things too, and we're here to help him grow. That's what I want to do, to help him grow through this season, and I'm also here to be his dad away from home, to help him with any issues that he's got that he needs to come talk to me about. So, and that, I would let y'all start asking questions.
Interrupt for just a second. Is that your phone dinging? I keep hearing dinging. No, somebody's phone.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh, okay. I thought it was you. I knew the microphones would be picking up all the
Rob, you can't take up phones.
It's
not real professional for you to do that.
Okay.
Okay. Questions?
Derek, might as well get it out there. There's a lot of Tennessee fans. You have a lot of fans. I'm wondering why you're not in Orange today. What would you tell them? Why are you not? How did you get here?
Really I just, messed up, made a mistake, young, immature mistake. Hopefully I didn't, let my team down back at UT, my former teammates and the former coaches and all my fans that I had there. And hopefully, they come over here to Tennessee Tech and, stay strong with me and follow my career, because I am sorry for, what happened in the events that I had to come here. But I am glad to be here, glad for a new beginning. As I said, Coach Brown, treating me like family, a dad from home. So, hopefully this will be a great situation for me. And like he said, the players have all treated me like family. So that's been great.
You mentioned mistakes. Is that something you go into as far as what those mistakes were?
Just immature, general team violations. Nothing too, nothing too crazy. But it's behind me now, and I know those problems won't be here at all.
Do you understand Coach Dooley's decision with that, indefinite suspension? And I applaud you for talking to them. Any hard feelings, toward that staff in Tennessee?
Oh, no, sir, not at all. That's a great program with great coaches and great players. Sometimes you always, you have to part ways sometimes, and that's what had to happen. And I'm glad to be here, and with the situation, it's going to work out just fine, I think so.
There's been some speculation that it was drug-related. Can you go into that?
I need a couple drug tests, yes, sir. And, that's, like I said, just me being a young, immature guy. Those are things that I got to work on and I plan to work on. And when it came to reviewing all the schools where my next, step would be, when I met Coach Brown, I most definitely felt like he was a guy that could help me with all my things and whatnot, and the situations that I had going on, like I said, that way from home.
Coach, have you had any conversations with Derek Dooley?
No. We knew so much about this young man that I didn't need to. And I think we would have if I had no background with him whatsoever, but I had enough folks that were talking to me about him and how they felt about him. I just didn't feel like I needed to do that, so I have not.
Now, it's a fresh start for Derek. Is his leash, is it shorter here, knowing that there was some baggage, with his past, to get
Would
here?
I say that Derek has got things that he'll have to do more than just the regular team? Yes, but I won't go into those. That's between he and I.
Sure.
That's between he and I, and that's totally me doing it with him. And it's going to do nothing but help him. I would, if this was my own son that had gotten into something and that he regretted, I would love him and be hard on him at the same time. And let's get through this together and get everything corrected. This is a tough thing on him. It's part of life, and it won't be the last time he deals with things that are not easy in life. And that's what I'll keep trying to reiterate. This isn't easy. Just to take off somewhere else doesn't make it easy. And he's got a lot of people up there that he's relayed to me. A lot of people up there he really cares about. And that's hard. It's hard when you feel like you've let them down, and at the same time, and it's hard to leave because he was enjoying what he was doing. But it's life, and sometimes we deal with it, and that's what I've tried to explain to him. You can't turn the switch back. It's not the way it works. Life goes on, and you have to correct what's dealt you. And I think he will do that the right way. I'm very confident that he will, and it's not going to be easy because we've got things we've got to do together here.
Derek, there'd also been some speculation that there was some personality conflicts with some of the coaches. If that was the case, do you make an extra effort here to get along with the coaches?
Oh, most definitely. But that comes easily. I mean, the coaches here are great. The coaches at UT were great. Just being around them so far, like I said, it's just like a real family here. So it's not that hard as far as stepping in, with getting to know people and the coaches as far as that is.
How grateful are you for Coach and for this program to kind of give you that second chance?
Oh, most grateful because, there were, many different programs that I probably could have went to, but this is one of my first options. We came straight over here, and once I met, Coach Brown, I fell in love right there. I was like, this is definitely where I want to be, and the coach I want to be coached by, for this little bit of time that I'll be here. And that's just how it happened.
When you mention a little bit of time, is it 1 year or is it 2 years?
As long as I can be here, I got a few years of eligibility left.
You reached out to Tech. Is that how it works?
Pretty much. I just looked at a few schools, and then it was the first school on the line, and it was a done deal. As soon as I got here, I fell in love.
I think we got calls from his coach.
High school
It's pretty
coach.
easy to.
Yeah.
With our starting quarterback sitting at the end of the room down here, and that's what started it with us. I think Rick went in and got the permission for us to talk, went into the compliance people at Tennessee and asked them to send a release to Tennessee Tech, and that's how it already got started.
Have you looked at the offense here, and does it look like something you can grasp pretty quickly?
Yeah. I mean, with Trey Lamb, being one of my guys that went to my high school, I've been with him a lot, getting the playbook down. It doesn't hurt that he's also a good friend. So I've just been going as hard as possible and grinding and trying to get the playbook down and hopefully make some plays for the team Thursday and, down the line, have it all down.
Have you guys stayed close during the time you were at Tennessee and while he was here?
Oh man, the college football, we got crazy schedules. So I mean, we see each other when we, went back home. The few times we'd ever get to go back home, and so that's about it.
This has all happened so fast for you. Have you had a second to actually stop and think, hey, a week and a half ago I was getting ready for North Carolina State, now I'm going to Tennessee Tech?
Not at all. I mean, like Coach said, it's been moving extremely fast. So hopefully, when I get through these classes and whatnot, I can sit down and start, just to relax. Maybe it'll hit me as soon as we get out and dress up for the first game.
You said there's no ill will for the Tennessee coaching staff. Have you had in the last 3 or 4 days any conversations with Coach Dooley?
No, I haven't talked to Coach Dooley in the last few days. I did talk to him before I left, though.
Conversation went okay?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, sir.
He understands?
Yes, sir.
You touched on it a little bit, but how excited are you to be back with Trey?
Oh man, it's amazing. I mean, like he said, it was only just a couple phone calls from Coach Lamb down at Calhoun in Georgia, and it was just a good situation. Now, why wouldn't I want to play with more Calhoun guys close home? I mean, good coaching. They know me. I know who they are from the people that I know. So it was just a good fit. I'm excited.
Probably good for you, Watson. You can't replace Tim from last year, but you got a guy next to you
You
that
know,
has pretty.
I talk to
similar skill
Tim every other day at the least, and he's fighting for his life in Dallas, and he's down to the last cut, and so he's nervous as he can be, and he picks up the phone and calls me the other night because I guess at Twitter and everything had already got hold of different things. He says, "Coach, is this true?" I said, "Well, it could be. There's still some work to be done." He said, "I'm so excited I may have to fly back from one myself to see this." So I thought that was pretty neat that Tim would want him to come in and try to, because Tim holds every record we got at this school, and to see his excitement through it too, it's a neat thing. But it's going to be great for all of us if Rick and I, and we can work this and get through it and grow together. I think that's the important thing, and he's got a lot of work to do, and it will not be easy. It will not be easy when you're watching your teammates play up the road. He will get very excited to be here, and I promise you will, because he already is. But that's not an easy thing to do, and I hope I can help him through that, cause I'm not going to be naive enough to sit here and say he would have left to come to Tennessee Tech. And it's what happened, and he has to deal with it. And now that it has, we hope that between us and his teammates, we can make this a special year in itself right now and grow from there.
Let's say all the good things do happen. He does what he needs to do. Everything's on track. Can you kind of talk about the impact a player of his caliber could have?
And we had it with Tim. I mean, he changed, not he, this is a team here, and
Sure.
Rick already feels that. We're not built on putting people up here and everybody else kind of follows. That's just not the way we do it. But there are certain special kids you have in your program, and he's going to be put to that test to see. I mean, but it's going to take time. I mean, he doesn't. I went out there with him, as we said. I did have clothes on, but I went out there with him about an hour ago, and honestly, I'm saying, okay, we call a poster out here this. I mean, he's not near ready. If we could throw him out there for a play or two Thursday night, then hopefully by the next Thursday night, he will be to where he can go out there and have a good shot. I just want him by seeing our first conference game by then. I think we can have him ready to go and feel like everything he hears, he knows what he's doing. There's a whole lot for him to learn. I think this, from talking to him, the systems are very similar. Concepts are similar, but everything's called different. Everything at Tennessee is called different than we call it here. And so it's going to be the words that get him first, in my personal opinion. So I went out there and showed him about 5 things, and this is what we call it. If I were to send you in, do this. I mean, that's simple, but that's all we could possibly think we could do on a Thursday night with him.
Today will be his second practice?
No, it'll be his first practice.
First practice.
Yeah, he hasn't even been with the guys yet. I brought him out to the team at the end of practice yesterday and introduced him. But he has not practiced with his team yet.
For you, would it be as simple as orange? It was called orange at ET or whatever, and this play is now called red or black X. I mean, are you gonna just have to know? I mean, is it that simple?
I mean, yeah, from the beginning of it, that's probably what I'll be doing. Just when I hear one call, I'm just gonna make sure I throw it back to the call I had in Tennessee. So, but like you said, hopefully down the line, next week when we get through in the conference, I'll have it way more down packed, and when I hear things, it'll just trigger off the terminology.
Which is the team excited and welcoming to him? I know you haven't practiced with him yet, but what's your team's reaction?
I feel very good. Before he came down to visit with me on Sunday, and I told him this, on Saturday I got my seniors together that were in town, and I asked them, how do you guys feel about it? This is late. Would you want this? And I went through things with him and a little bit about him and what I had found out, and I did not have one kid that didn't say bring him here. And it was neat because I had seniors in the room that said, what do we need to do to help him when he gets here? What do you want us to do to help him? And I thought that was neat, and I remember telling him that on Sunday when he was sitting in there with me. So I think I feel comfortable that I've gone through our guys and they feel very good about this.
Jarrett, can you understand why some people would be skeptical? I mean, you say the right things here, but about maturity and stuff. But can you see from the other side why people might say,
Oh, most definitely. When mistakes are made, sometimes repeatedly, you lose a little bit of faith. But all I can ask is just to stay with me, stay strong. make it happen here at Tennessee Tech with good coaching, good players around me, and it'll be a good deal.
How much did you know about Tennessee Tech before 2 weeks ago?
I knew a little bit. I knew a little bit about them because of Trey Lamb and Adam Urbano. So I knew about them being up here, and I did know they won the OVC last year. I didn't know about Tim at first, but I had found out about Tim, and it's a good program.
Assuming you're not doing anything football-wise, practice Friday night or whatnot, will you be watching the NC State game on Friday?
Oh, most definitely. I'm gonna tune into that, see what my guys are doing. Justin and Tyler and out there, and CP, Nas and all them, Prentice, see what they're doing.
And that's what I've been talking to him about. It's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be hard. He'll be watching it on a lot and talking to his friends up there, and I want him to. I would want him to keep every relationship that he can. And I liked what he said to me when he came in, that I feel like I've let them down a little bit. I'm sorry for that. And, but you know, mistakes are made. What do we do with mistakes? We hope we can get over them and correct them and try to grow. That's what he's got in front of him, and now the ball's in his court to see how he handles it.
Is it also an added advantage to still be so close to Knoxville?
I think so, because, you know, like you said, when it does get rough, I could always just pull a weekend drive, hour and 15 minutes, and go see those guys and, you know, talk about my game, talk about their game, you know, drive back up to Sunday. But, you know, it's nice.